21 Pilots music loves to talk about cycles in the battle of the nighttime struggle. The struggle of going to bed, laying down, and then you can't sleep because your mind is racing at 100 miles per hour. You have 10,000 things on your mind that's keeping you up. You look at the clock at 1 second and it's midnight, and you look at the clock 5 minutes later and it says 6 a.m. and you have to be up in 30 minutes. That nighttime struggle, what Vessel is all about. We start off with Ode to Sleep. I'll stay awake because the dark's not taking prisoners tonight. Why am I not scared in the morning? I don't hear those voices. Calling must have kicked them out, and ending with Truce. The sun will rise and we will try again. I will fear the night again. There are many other songs on that album that correlate to the nighttime struggle as well. Many people will say that struggle carried over into Blurry Face because we have Heavy Dirty Soul and ending with Goner, to where the beginning of Heavy Dirty Soul and the ending of Goner sound like the same thing, to where people have drawn as it's a loop, and people have drawn the same comparisons to Vessel, to Blurry Face, to Trench as well, because we start out heavy and start off with and ends with a nice piano ballad. But Scaled and Icy is different because, unlike the other two albums, this one is more poppy. This one sounds way more happy, and that's because Scaled and Icy is talking about the daytime struggle rather than the nighttime one. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day's going well and hope it continues to go. Welcome back to the channel. If you want the too long didn't watch version, there'll be a YouTube short down in the description box below that gives the 1-minute summary. However, for a more in-depth response to this, let's get right into it. Of course, we know Scaled and Icy is very pop sounding. It's very radio friendly, which admittedly a lot of 21 Pilot fans don't exactly care for. And a lot of people would prefer more Trench style music. Give us the more darker side rather than this pop stuff. But the pop stuff is done there deliberately because the whole album is one big not today from Blurry Face. Listen, I know this song or album is a contradictory because of how happy it sounds, but the lyrics are so down. And oh boy, Scaled and Icy definitely does that. Has some really depressing lyrics hidden inside some very happy songs. Just take a look at Mulberry Street, where it's talking about synthetic highs, talking about medication. There's some songs that have talk about substance abuse, like Mulberry Street, like The Outside, like Good Day. Good Day is full of all that stuff. Try and convince yourself that it's a good day even though all this bad stuff is happening to you. Lost my job, my wife, my child, my homie just sued me. But you know what? I'm alright. I think that I'm alright. It's a good day. Just try and convince yourself. Of course, Choker is one of those songs to where, yeah, it's on the more happier side of things. Like, it's still, like, I guess, like, melancholy in the middle of everything, but still, people can kind of identify it as happy. But I know it's over. I was born a choker. Nobody's coming for me. I don't bother anyone. And you have songs like Saturday, which again is very depressing. It has one of my favorite 21 Pilot lines of all time. I just pray that I'm not losing you. When I first really understood that line, I immediately made 50 connections to it in my life, and I just started crying in the car. Cause man, that line stuck like a knife. And Scaled and Icy is full of lyrics that do that, hidden within inside these happy songs. And some people will say that Scaled and Icy sounds forced because of all the pop production, which, again, meant to be, because sometimes you have to force your way through the day. You have to force yourself to be happy. You have to put on that mask. You have to put on that fake smile and go through your day like this. And that is the story we see in Scaled and Icy, where we start off with Good Day, which is you when you wake up. Good Day is prepping you for the daytime struggle, like Ode to Sleep is prepping you for that nighttime struggle. Tyler describes Good Day as if you're powering on something. You're flipping a switch and you're getting power. Much like you are when you first wake up in the morning, if you do sleep properly, which I definitely don't, which goes into my little struggles, but that's for a different time. But Good Day is, again, very optimistic, very like, all these bad things are happening to me, but you know what, it's a good day, all this stuff. And as the album goes on, it continues. Your thoughts become more heavy. You start to become tired because you're you're faking your way through everything, and you're just mentally getting exhausted. Maybe this is the 5th day you've done this. Maybe it's the 3rd week. Maybe it's the 5th month. Maybe it's been 5 years that you've been doing this, that you've been faking your way through things. And your thoughts just become more and more mentally exhausting, to where as the album goes on, it just becomes a bit more dark. Sure, you have your up periods, but you also have your down periods. And at the end of the day, you're frustrated. You feel like you have no chances. And then you get very upset. You get very depressed, which is where we get Redecorate. And it's just the whole mentally daytime struggle. We go from here, we go to down here. We start off happy, we just get worse. Maybe up a bit, but at the end of the day, you're just too exhausted. And that mask comes off, that happiness comes off, and you just get to Redecorate. The Scaled and Icy can't be talking about that nighttime struggle because it's not like the other albums. It's not like Vessel. It's not like Blurryface. It's not like Trench, to where the trifecta of Ode to Sleep, Jumpsuit, and Heavy to Your Soul have these epic, heavy, low, bassy openings to get you pumped up, to where it's just all in your face, loud and aggressive. Good Day, the exact opposite. It starts you out very gently, turning on the power, here's some pop, happy piano. It's not talking about the 10,000 things that come to your mind, to where you just decide, I'll stay awake because the dark's not taking prisoners tonight, but can you save this heavy, dirty soul? And you can't believe how much you hate the pressures of this new place rolling your way. That's not existent on the intro to Scaled and Icy, to where, again, it's just that little optimism on a bad day. And even if you think about the closers to all this stuff, you get these pretty piano ballads that kind of have these happy chords at the end. Like if you think of Truce, it's on a happy chord. Goner, oh boy, that song is depressing, like it's the final battle on Blurryface, but like has this happy chord at the end. You think of Leave the City, happy chord at the end. Redecorate, it goes out on a drum loop. It's not that at all. Good Day can't be talking about the nighttime struggle, thus it has to be talking about that daytime events. Of course, is this right? Did Tyler mean to do this? Probably not. I mean, Tyler said himself that he wrote Scaled and Icy for the purpose of to get through COVID, and as if these music was never meant to be performed live, if I'm remembering his Instagram post correctly. If I'm not, someone will correct me down in the comment section below. However, this could just be me projecting my own personal thoughts and feelings into Scaled and Icy and adapting the album to something more than what it is, and giving you my own personal meaning, why Scaled and Icy is my favorite 21 Pilot album, why it means so much to me, because I often deal with the daytime struggle, with the imposter syndrome, faking my way through my days, faking a smile, putting on a mask, acting like it's a good day, while just being emotionally exhausted at the very end of it, and just all one constant cycle. Sure, I deal with the nighttime struggle sometimes that I love Vessel for. However, I more so deal with the daytime, which is why I identify myself with Scaled and Icy way more than I do with Trench, than with Blurryface, than with Vessel or Self-Titled. Scaled and Icy is my favorite album for a multitude of reasons, but the battle of the daytime struggle that to me it's talking about is one of the reasons why it's my favorite 21 Pilots album. But, of course, I could be wrong about this. Could be 100% wrong about this. But as I listen to it more and more, these are just my observations of the album. But anyway, guys, love to know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Sorry this turned to a slight vent session at the end of it, but I love you guys, and sometimes it's just important to talk about mental health, and I feel as though we should talk about it openly, which is why I love 21 Pilots. They are at the forefront of making mental health a thing to talk about. That's something we should not be scared for, and to remind people they are not alone, that everyone has struggles in life, everyone feels feelings, and it's okay not to be okay, and just a whole bunch of things. If you're struggling out there, just know that I'm proud of you, I love you, and I'm just so proud of how far you've come, how far you will go. You are amazing. You're awesome. You are fantastic. And remember to take breaks, drink some water, and take care of yourself. Anyway, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow with I don't know what yet, but I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye. And more importantly, have a good day. I'll see you later. Take care of yourselves. Love you.